The bilateral meeting there between President Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine, and the headline coming out of that, when he was asked whether NATO nations should shoot down Russian aircraft that make an incursion into their airspace, he said yes, and that depending on the circumstances, the United States might back it up. That would be an indication that his patience with Vladimir Putin really is wearing thin.
Yeah, let's get reaction from Fox News contributor and former CIA station chief Dan Hoffman back with us. Dan, your reaction to that?
Yeah, well, I think we should all recall that back in 2015, Russian fighter jets entered Turkish airspace. They were warned to leave, and Turkey, they used their F-16s to strike at Russian aircraft, and they downed one of Russia's fighter aircraft. And so that was the message that Turkey delivered. Now, when the president says that we would do this, that's a clear statement of policy. So Vladimir Putin might test us, and we would need to respond accordingly. I'm hopeful that there are a lot of back-channel discussions right now going on between the United States and Russian militaries that were warning the Russians that if they do this, that if they send their fighter aircraft into NATO airspace and that they don't leave when we ask them to leave, that they're risking being attacked. And so this is going to get pretty dicey if indeed Putin thinks he can continue to do this.
And what did you make of the quote, good news on the battlefield that Zelensky was talking about there?
Yeah, look, Ukraine is bravely carrying on the fight. And if you just look at the map, if you ask General Keane, he'll tell you that Russia's taken just a teeny tiny patch of Ukrainian territory and suffered over 1 million casualties in doing so. So, look, Putin has failed to achieve his strategic objective. He's feeling the pain. He's on his knees begging his long-term strategic rivals, China, Iran, North Korea, for help. How about that for the four horsemen, those countries working together as this century's axis of tyranny? But that's what we've got, and it's not a good look for Russia. President Trump is absolutely right about that, but Putin, I think, still feels like he's got to carry on fighting this war. He launched it because he could never allow Ukraine to have commercial, military and diplomatic relations with the West, that Ukraine would pursue a vibrant democracy. That would be a bad look for Russia, with a Russian-speaking majority population on their border, living so much better than Putin's own Russian population.
Well, that cast of characters on horseback may spell some sort of apocalypse. Not sure for who, though. Dan, thank you.
All right, Dan, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Right.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.